Hello guys, my name is Armin. In today's video learning Fuzor, I want to show you how to import point cloud data into Fuzor. There are multiple ways that you can do it. You can bring a raw data, which is FLS or PTS file formats, or you can bring the RCP, which is a point cloud exported from Recap. There are two different ways that you can bring those data into Fuzor. I want to show you how to do it and also show you how the settings works with these two different type of point cloud data. Without further ado, let's jump into Fuzor to review, and make sure if you enjoy the content, please leave a like and subscribe.
So in today's session, I want to show you how to import point cloud data into Fuzor. You have two ways to do it. You can bring in just a point cloud, the raw data, or you can bring a recap. So if you bring a raw data, you can just drag and drop into the 3D view in order to load it. So the file formats that are supported for scans by Fuzors are PTS and FLS. So if you have a raw data, PTS and FLS, you can drag and drop easily here and you'll be able to see it. But if you have a recap point cloud, that needs to be loaded into Revit and then sync to Fuzor through the plugin. So just pay attention the difference between the files that you have. You cannot drag and drop the recap. You have to link it through Revit. We're gonna go through them right now so you guys understand the process. So right here I have a scan FLS. I'm just basically going to drag and drop. So as soon as do that, you can see the point Fuzor is going to open up a box for me. So the first one is import units. So this is basically you need to select a unit that the point cloud was originally created using it. So if you created in inches, select inches here. If in meters, select meters here. So you cannot have like a different unit. So I want to make sure you have the same units. This import option is imported file standalone. So it means I only have a standalone file, so I don't have a set. So it means just one scan. I'll check this box. The color intensity, you need to check the box if the color intensity is in the range of like 0 and 255. So if it's between 0 to 255, make sure you check the box. If you don't have any specific coordinates, just okay is gonna place it. But if you have a specific coordinate, just gonna place it over here, check the mark, and it's gonna place it. So I'm gonna hit okay. You can see start importing the scan for me. I only have one standalone scan. So I want to show you guys how it's going to look like when you bring it in Fuzor. This is going to take a little bit time based on how big your file is. So if it's like a small file, it's going to take probably like a few seconds. If it's a large file, a couple of minutes. So when it's done and it's completed, you'll be able to see the point cloud in the model. So right now you can see basically stuff start generating in Fuzor for me, so I can kind of get close and see it how it looks like. So as soon as this is done, we'll be able to see the file that we have. So let me just get closer to it so you guys will be able to see. So this is how the scan looks like that I kind of brought in to Fuzor. So you can see it's basically just a point cloud that I brought in. Also, we have a few settings for the point cloud. So if you go to the menus all the way up right here under coordination, you can see this is point cloud. It's just uh, basically the icon for it with a camera and a tripod. You can see point cloud. So the first option over here, point cloud definition. So you can see how it looks like, right? So it basically controls the resolution of it. So control the resolution of the point cloud for me. The next one is the point size. So this is basically controls the size of the point. So you can see right here, I have like a smaller point. As I go to the end, it makes a little bit more bold points. Okay, there you go. So you're basically kind of going through these items right here. You can see it had like a bold points right now, and if you make it smaller, you can see how it basically change. So automatic, I check the box. This one is basically sets the point size based on your camera distance. So always check it. I'll basically give you a better resolution. I'll just leave it. And the next one is the triangle size. So right now it doesn't do anything, you can see basically. And the reason for it is these triangle size controls the size of polygons formed when adding physics to the point cloud. So what does that mean? Physics means you create a mesh. So right now, if I have these small items, if I add physics, you can basically it's gonna take a little bit time in progress and makes all of these areas just a mesh for me, so you can see basically make it. There you go. Kind of trying to connect all of those and make an actual 3D objects, whatever is more visible. And you can kind of make these size like a smaller or bigger if that's possible for you. So this is uh, all that you can use in Fuser with the basically what we talked about, just a raw file. FLS PTS. You can drag and drop. It's gonna be here. You can open up a point cloud box. You can change the definition. You can just size of the point. You can create the mesh by adding physics to it. So this is a kind of really easy process. So right now let's jump to Revit so we can see how we can bring in our recap file. Okay, as I mentioned, for recap file, you cannot drag and drop over here. You need to link it in Revit and then sync that file into Fuser. So let's just do that. I basically have a scan file, RCP, that I already created. So I need to go to Insert, Point Cloud, and then let's just open it up. I have the scan RCP. You can position it the way that you want it. Right now, let's just go origin to origin and then say yes. It's gonna take a bit. Okay, so here's the same file that I have basically in Revit. So right now I want to sync this file here. So what I need to do, I need to go to my Fuser logins. Let me just find it over here. There you go, Fuser launch. And then basically same process that we did previously for importing models from Revit to Fuser. So I'm gonna say yes, just leave all of this 3D, I like it, and then just is gonna take a few seconds to basically load into Fuser and Fuser start generating this. So I think the takeaway from this session is you can bring point cloud into Fuser, you can bring raw data, which is PTS, FLS, you can drag and drop. Just make sure the units are the same. If it's standalone file, check the box. If it is a set, you don't need to check the box, and also be aware of the color intensity and the coordinates. But if you have a recap file, which is the FLS file, and recap and save that RCP, you need to link it through point cloud into Revit and then sync that file into Fuser. So let me make this bigger for you so you guys can see I have the same file that I brought in from Revit, and you can kind of go through the same thing. Point cloud, you can kind of make it smaller and bigger, create a mesh and add physics to it. So just hopefully that this session helped you and showed you a few tips and tricks on to bringing point cloud into Fuser. If you like the content, make sure to subscribe and leave a like, and I will see you in the next video.